Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Electric Culture of Safety. Today we have a special guest speaker coming in from Austin Energy, Miss Emily Wilkens. She's the Health and Safety Coordinator with Austin Energy, and she is also our first certified utility safety professional lady. So this is really cool. I spoke to Emily a little over a year ago trying to get her to come out, and she's here in South Carolina today. And it's a lot nicer. When Mr. Mark Forrester was here yesterday, it's a lot cooler. It's about 10 degrees cooler. It's got some cloud action, so it's a real nice morning here in South Carolina for August 2023. And so just real quick, before we get to Miss Emily, we've got Mr. Jimmy Vaughn coming in September. And you should be getting your electric culture of safety announcements with the Zoom links on them. And he's going to be coming in September speaking about alternative use of heavy equipment, man lifts, forklifts, regarding with OSHA. And then we got Miss Jen Miller coming in. She's going to be coming afterwards, and she's going to be talking about helicopter work, line work. And I'm excited about her being here. That's going to be a whole new perspective. So Miss Emily, I met her about 2 years ago at a IP conference in Dallas, Texas, near Dallas, Texas. And that was the first time I kind of talked about ECOS, starting it up and doing this, which we kicked it off a few months after that with Mr. Danny Rains with his episode two Februarys ago, and now we have over 9,000 registered members, and it's real exciting how this is growing, how this platform is growing, and folks are coming in and bringing their own perspective, their own expertise to the stage and sharing it with you guys. And appreciate Austin Energy for sponsoring Miss Emily's visit out here, sending her out here to speak and share with you all. Yeah, I had an opportunity. Emily had me come out to Austin Energy and do alignment safety and tool training with her crews, her two service centers. And I had the opportunity to watch Emily in action at one of their meetings they had one morning at the South Service Center. And man, she gets it going. She does a great job. So appreciate her being here. Thank you, Miss Emily.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you to the Lineman Safety Webinar presented by Beer Meters and ECOS. My name is Emily Wilkens, and I will be your host today. So before we get started, I wanted to acknowledge Brent Jeffries and the entire team at Beer Meters for their commitment and dedication in promoting the electric culture of safety in the utility industry. It's an inspiring initiative, and I hope that each of you take an active supporting role and take advantage of this opportunity. So thank you for joining us today. Now let's discuss bridging the gap in training between apprentices and experienced line workers, and we will look at why that is important. Before I begin, I'd like to take the time to introduce myself. Again, my name is Emily Wilkens. I have worked in the utility safety industry for over 20 years. I started off in the cooperative world as a safety admin, and then went into, worked my way up to safety coordinator and trainer, and then went off to be an independent safety consultant for a few years. Worked with some contractors and T&D, transmission distribution and substations, and worked as a field safety manager. So I've loved what I do. Happy to be here and just welcome, excited. So thank you for having me. Now let's talk about the importance of bridging a gap in training between apprentices and experienced line workers. You know, we have our apprenticeship programs and a great 4-year programs, and then once you finish, you know, we think we're done. So we're going to talk about this today, but safety first. So we all hear safety first, but let's talk about why safety is first when it comes to line work. So line work is one of the top 10 most dangerous jobs All industries have hazards, but none compared to the daily demands of the utility workers. So all hazards are important, but some are more common than others. So according to OSHA, the most important hazards associated with work performed closely to electric power generation, transmission, and distribution. There are electrocution, falls, confined spaces, fires and explosions, sprains, strains, and fractures, environmental stress, and these hazards can be avoided by following the OSHA standards and using the proper personal protective equipment and providing employees with training, such as apprenticeship programs that provide basic skills and on-the-job training. So let's talk about efficiency. Improving your skills and knowledge in the electric utility industry can greatly increase your effectiveness and productivity. So this can make you an essential team member and help ensure your management team is satisfied with your work. It's important to continuously learn and stay up to date with the latest technology and equipment to perform tasks safely, accurately, and efficiently. Now, something important to all of us is job security. Continuously improving your skill set, building a robust knowledge base, and showcasing your proficiency increases your value. Not only your present employer, but to your future prospective employers. So your preparation today will ensure you are ready when opportunities arise later. So what goes hand in hand with job security? Money, right? So we all want it and we all want more of it. So staying informed and continuously learning can give you an advantage in the workplace, and improving your knowledge and skills is always advantageous as it can lead to more growth and development opportunities. So moreover, being knowledgeable and up to date on the industry trends can make you a valuable employee. Did you know that continuing to learn new things can promote a healthier mind and body? So studies have shown that continued education, no matter the subject, can help you keep your brain healthy and functioning at its best. We all need that, right? So not only is keeping up with your skills and knowledge good for your job efficiency, it's also great for your overall well-being. So let's talk about the benefits of lifelong learning. It sharpens your memory. So specifically, your working memory, like multitasking, and for remembering small details day to day. Boost your self-confidence. Who doesn't want to feel proud of themselves? I know I enjoy it. And learn new practical skills. So learn how to manage your finances better, improve your computer skills, or improve your communication skills. And then discover new hobbies or talents. So you won't know what you're good at unless you try it. But most important, and last but not least, be a positive example to be a good leader. So for your coworkers and your family. Have you heard the term use it or lose it? To achieve personal growth and development, it's important to continuously learn new things. Just as your body needs regular exercise, your brain needs regular work as well. And training will help with that. So apprenticeship programs versus experienced line workers. Apprentice programs include 4 to 5 year programs, safety compliance, basic line working training, hands-on training, assessments, both written assessments and field performance reviews to demonstrate proficiencies and skills learned. Experienced line workers have over 5 years of experience in training on-the-job experience, annual safety compliance, hurt man rescue and refresher first aid, CPR and AED, and company-specific training as new procedures are created or updated and new equipment or software is added to the system. So immediately that looks complete, right? So as a skilled line worker who has met all the education and training standards, you should remember that ongoing learning is vital to the utility industry. Although it's tempting to feel relieved after finishing your apprenticeship program, it's important to stay updated on the latest technologies and equipment that are frequently introduced. This will help you improve your abilities and work more efficiently. So by benefiting yourself, your team, and your customers, Attending training workshops and keeping up to date on these innovative systems is a wise choice. It has been a decade since OSHA 29 CFR 1910-269 standard was updated. That revision had made the language more objective and clarified the regulations' meaning and intent. This has made it easier for both the employers and the employees to understand what is expected of them. So it's important to note that according to the revised 2014 standards, all employees performing work covered by this section must be trained as outlined in the paragraph 1910-269A2. The industry's previous belief was that required training automatically qualified employees is no longer sufficient. So in ensuring that all employees are properly trained is crucial for maintaining their safety. Mentoring programs. Let's talk a little bit about that. So mentoring programs and open communications can bridge these gaps and maintain quality work. So improving the skills of the next generation of line workers will create proficient experts in their field. Participating in mentorship programs is highly advantageous. So it's a highly advantageous move for both the individuals and the companies. So this is because one-on-one relationship between a mentor and mentees can result in numerous benefits, such as accelerated career progression, enhanced skills, and comprehensive understanding of the workplace. So with this guidance, a mentor of new employees can gain valuable insights for experienced colleagues and applying their knowledge to their own job. So additionally, mentorship programs have been proven to reduce employee turnover rates, as individuals who feel supported and appreciated are more likely to remain within their organization. Therefore, mentorship programs are a smart investment for any workplace that wants to foster employee growth and development. And I personally can testify that mentoring has meant a lot to me because in my career, I've had several mentors, which include Pam Tompkins and Jim Vaughn, and they have helped me over the past 20 years. So very thankful for my mentors that I still use today. So definitely recommend you find a mentor that'll work with you and help you grow and improve your skill set and your confidence. Continuous learning opportunities. Although not an exhaustive list, it provides a glimpse of the various training programs currently available. So we want to talk to your company's training program manager to find out if there are refresher training options available. Such things as advanced technical skills training, advanced pole climbing, digger equipment operators, grounding, hazard identification and mitigation, hotline 1 through 4, that's several courses, regulator, capacitor and reclosure training, transformer training, troubleshooting, and underground installation and troubleshooting. So there may be training opportunities that can help you improve and refine your skills. Investigating these options and taking advantage of any opportunities that arise could be beneficial, as you never know where they may lead you. There's also an opportunity for leadership and development training. How to de-escalate conflicts in the field. That's becoming more and more common as our troubleshooters and our workers go out to work outages, of de-escalating those conflicts. So that's a good training to take. Get with your organizational development team and your managers and put together a training on that that's specific to your group. Human performance for electric power operations. That's everything. That's your behavior, that's your safety culture, that's your teamwork, how you work together. You know, that human performance is something you should utilize every day. You know, identify those tools and traps that'll help you just to be a better coworker and a better employee. OSHA electric power standards. Not all OSHA courses are alike. The OSHA electric power standards are fairly new since the new standards came out in 2014. If you haven't gone through an OSHA electric power standard course, highly recommend it if you're in the utility industry. It's very specific, and there are a lot of great companies out there that offer it, and they'll make it specific to your company. So reach out to them, and that's just a great opportunity, and you can bring that in-house. Safety leadership development. Again, you know, we can have the greatest workers out in the field and the best crew lead, but you make them a supervisor, now what? They've got all a different level of training that is needed. So, you know, make sure, you know, not only if you're a new trainer or a new supervisor, make sure, you know, you're reaching out to play an active role in that and seek that training that is needed. Root cause analysis. So that's not just for your safety team. That root cause analysis is necessary for if you're a crew leader, if you're a supervisor, or a manager. Root cause analysis is a great training to have. If you haven't had it in a while, again, I suggest that you bring something in-house and make it customized to your organization. Here's a great one. So, unnormalizing deviation. So that can mean a lot of things, but it kind of rolls into your human performance there. So we get complacent by doing something over and over again, our routine task, and then we miss a step. So you want to unnormalize that deviation. Make sure that you're taking that time to stop, think, and act before moving on. So to help avoid those mistakes, you want to be able to identify any hazards and eliminate those hazards when you're performing your job safety analysis or your tailboards. So make sure you're, look into that, what that is. It can mean different things to different people. All right, additional resources and opportunities. These are my favorite. You have different resources that are out there. These are just a few, of course, because they're my favorite. Utility safety and incident prevention. They offer a conference twice a year in the fall and in the spring. They have a large vendor expo where you can look at new tools and technology for the trade. It's a great training opportunity. They have many safety professionals out there that are industry experts that you can learn from. You get to choose which presentation you want to go to. It's great networking opportunity, and we'll talk about networking here in just a moment, but that is a great opportunity for networking. American Public Power Association, they also sponsor the Lineman rodeos. They offer engineering conferences and executive conferences. A lot of great training opportunities there as well. A lot of great industry experts that come together because they care and they want to provide, they want to help educate you and make everybody better. So that's a great opportunity. Texas Electric Cooperatives. Of course, I'm from Texas, so I chose a local one, and it's been around for many years. They give they have a safety award program that they offer every year, and life-saving awards. It's a great place to opportunity to take your employees and reward them for being a good employee by sending them to these conferences. So make sure you show your appreciation to your workers and send them to these things and give them these great opportunities for networking and learning. So by attending conferences such as the Utility Safety Conference, it's a great way to expand your professional circle. You can gain practical knowledge from experienced safety and operations experts, and they can be applied immediately to your work. So don't miss out on these opportunities. And again, it's a great way to show your appreciation to your employees. And it's good team building. You get to go out with your employees if you go to the conferences with them, and you get some downtime with them and see what really makes them tick and help them be successful. Another opportunity is, and which is why we're here today, is ECOS. As you can see there with their logo, we've got a lot of sponsors that support the Electric Culture of Safety, and that's these webinars, these live webinars that we offer. So this type of platform is kind of newer in the last few years. thanks to COVID, there's some good positive things that have come out of that. So this platform is ideal for safety and operations experts to improve their skills and motivate colleagues to excel in safety, gain essential knowledge and skills for better field performance. So the benefit of that is it's pre-recorded. Some of them, if you're on you got a busy schedule or whatever, but you got some downtime and you're going through your emails, you can listen to a podcast or maybe one that really interests you. You can go back over it and use it for reference later. It's just a great opportunity to use that. So another great thing that's fairly new is, well, I guess it's not new, it's been around for years. They've been known as roundtables or forums type things where you get a panel together of industry experts, and they're available to answer any questions that you're having or issues that you may be having in your company, and you want to ask, well, what are other companies doing? It kind of gets you that benchmarking. So I want to check out the IPI monthly forum for expert advice on utility safety and operations from the industry professionals. Again, there's several out there. These are just my favorites that I chose, and wanted to share that opportunity with you. There's industry experts like David McPeak, Jim Vaughn, Pam Tompkins, Danny Rains, and Jim Willis. So stay informed on industry-specific topics, including leadership, operations, and safety. Again, they have them weekly or monthly, and it's a great opportunity. So I highly suggest those if you haven't already. And again, it's not that you have to show up every week or every month, but make it a point to, at some point throughout your year of employee development, that you set those goals to attend some of these podcasts, webinars, and forums. It's a great opportunity. Now we're going to bring it down just a little bit and kind of bring all this together. We talked about training and compliance training and bridging the gap by adding continuous education and refresher training. But why is that important, and how do we apply that in the field? So I have a real life example of how employees who followed their training prevented an electrical contact that could have been serious enough to kill them. So an underground maintenance crew had a partial lights call, and after arriving at the service address, a voltage check made at the residence confirmed one dead leg of 240 volt service, and the crew left the meter out of the meter can and went across the street to disconnect service in a pad mount transformer. The tag in the meter base and transformer was a match, and the crew de-energized the transformer and disconnected the service using rubber gloves and other proper PPE. Before the transformer was re-energized, the crew discussed disconnected service to make sure that the tags were accurate, and the service was confirmed to be correct, and the crew noted that severe noise was on one leg, indicating it was in trouble and grounding in a direct buried ditch. So the proper cover-up was installed on secondary blades and elbows and bushings, and that transformer was re-energized so the radar thumper could be used to locate the fault in the service. So the grounds were removed at both locations to wring out the cable, and then once confirmed, and once that transformer was re-energized, the crew member walked back across the street to ensure the leads were in the clear. The crew member did this because of the training that they had gone through. They did it to ensure that no additional faults were involved, and the crew member checked the leads and found 120 volts on one leg of the 3-wire service. So the crew verified the tags again, and still the voltage remained on the disconnected service. So then they cleared all services at the transformer and re-energized. The voltage disappeared. So after using trouble locating equipment, it was discovered that the communication company had used horizontal drilling and had damaged all 3 cables, but it wasn't enough, it still allowed enough voltage to get in there, so it had energized one of those 3 services. So the other 3 services had not completely failed, and there was there was enough to contact that damaged location. So if the crew had not followed the rules and verified and checked for absence of voltage, as they had been trained to do, then that would have been electrical contact. That's just one example. of an industry incident, to demonstrate the importance of training and following these steps and checking each other. So you always do your peer checks, check each other, be your brother's keeper, ask questions, stop work if you need to, and take a step back and look at the whole situation. Because without the training, again, they may not be here today. Let's recap. As an employer, prioritizing the health and safety of your employees is not just important, it's crucial. Repeated training sessions are an effective way to achieve this. So not only do they reinforce safe behaviors and build long-term competence, but they also ensure that employees are always up to date with any changes to policies and procedures. So offering refresher training can help identify any knowledge gaps or training needs. So reducing the likelihood of mistakes and improving productivity. So it also fosters a culture of collaboration and continuous learning. So ensuring that everyone in the organization is on the same page. Refresher training is also vital to be in compliance with regulations and mitigating any potential penalties on safety regulations. So don't compromise the safety of your employees by neglecting the importance of their refresher training. Training development outlines. Employers must prioritize the worker training by tailoring it to their specific skills. Individual and training effectiveness assessments ensures adequate training, while regular review and improvement foster participation and show that the employee is valued and supported. Program content. It's important for organizations to make sure that their employees have the right skills and know-how to do their jobs safely, especially when they're working on or near energized parts. This involves being able to differentiate between live parts and other parts of electrical equipment, recognizing nominal voltage, understanding minimum approach distances, and use precautionary methods such as personal protective equipment, grounding, insulating and shielding materials, insulating tools, and using those properly. So the training can occur in a classroom or on the job, and the level of training should be based on the risk associated with the task being performed. So, and how do you identify that? By doing a job safety analysis. That'll identify the level of risk and the level of training of each of the employees. Plans and resources. So to ensure line workers are well trained, employers may use various methods such as apprenticeship programs, cross-training, on-the-job learning, mentoring programs, sending them off to line worker school. Those type of things will help advance them. Anything hands-on and in the classroom are both important. Additionally, journeymen may attend updated training and leadership development classes, again, to expand their knowledge. Employers should also consider task risks and conduct job safety analysis. So if your company has not completed job safety analysis for each of the tasks being performed, as tedious as that sounds, that's important. That should be important to you as the line worker to complete a job safety analysis. Does that mean you got to do it every time you go out? No, but you're doing a task such as setting a pole, complete a job safety analysis. What does that entail? Have that written out, and then once you've done it, all you're doing is reviewing it and making sure you're not skipping any steps. So that's what a job safety analysis is. So it's identify the hazards and the steps and mitigate those hazards to work safely and keep everybody safe. Most importantly, this is not last but not least, but motivating employees to work safer and more efficiently. It's important for an organization to have support from the top down and the bottom up. Without one, the other can't be successful. So you want to show your support and believe in safety and truly care about the safety of the employees. So how to achieve this goal is preparing for the next generation of line workers is not only possible, but it's highly valuable. It's crucial for an organization to focus on every step of the way to ensure they're fully equipped for what's next to come. Demonstrate tangible progress towards these objectives is critical in boosting motivation and ensuring that they progress. Again, it's something that's near and dear to me. That's why I'm in utility safety and not some other just random safety program, oil and gas. Utility safety is my passion, and I learn new things every day. So I consider myself a lifelong learner, and I want to continue that. And I go do ride-alongs. I have my mentors that I bounce ideas off of, or they steer me back in the right direction because I go rogue sometimes. So they try to keep me on track. But, just ensuring that we meet these objectives and accomplish these goals together. They're all necessary. So let's work together to create a safer workplace for everyone, and go out and work together as a team and make good choices.